you survived the rain and the wind and all points in between during this wacky Super Bowl week in the entertainment capital of the world. But nonetheless, welcome to the Santana Dotson, the Mark II&A, the Jim Fonhorse, and for me, because I have an interest on Sunday, it's the big Trent Williams 71st edition of the other side of the ball, coming off a fantastic Fall Brawl championship game this past Sunday. And if you have not watched it, please go to the A7FL page on YouTube to rewatch that championship game. And also, you can rewatch the game on our Other Side of the Ball page on YouTube and othersideoftheball.com, and of course on Caffeine. Hi, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the studio. Double A Anthony Alvarez, as shiny as my bald head can be, and joining us, he came from where Wolverine and Logan were, packing some wood, but he's still from the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard. He is the Vikings guy, McCorkle.
Hi, how you doing?
And looking very dapperish in his cowboy colors.
Well, it wasn't meant to be, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's out there, but nonetheless, my good friend and my co-host on Talking Ish on Saturdays from 5 to 6, the one, the only Mr. Chris Veira.
What's happening?
Ladies and gentlemen, Quan59 is in the building, although he's wearing that doggone Dodger blue dadgummit, but it is what it is. But
it was laundry day.
Laundry day it is.
Wait, you weren't going around smelling stuff and going, okay, that smells okay, I'll wear it today.
No, not that.
Oh, okay.
I had a house fire in the beginning of December.
What?
So I have to go to my friend's house to do my laundry right now until they get it all fixed.
Oh,
wow.
bummer.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
That's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Free remodeling.
home insurance is very, very important for situations like those.
So what are you saying?
And sprinklers in your house.
Yes.
It saved my house. I didn't know we had a sprinkler system in our house, and it basically saved my house. But a lot of water damage, so my whole room and bathroom are non-existent right now. But luckily, there's more rooms in the house.
That's why you get. That's why you get. This portion of the show is brought to you by Get Some Home Insurance, folks.
I'll show you guys pictures later, and clean out your vent in your bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that where it started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it fell down, lit up my trash can. I opened the door. There was fire. I screamed like a little girl and ran out the house.
Well, I guess that's one way to get.
Then I ran back in and got everyone else out, and then ran back out again.
Well, of course, fire.
Fire will do that.
Like, wait, there's other people in here.
Hot, daddy, that's hot.
Well, fire makes Beavis very, very happy, but that's another show.
That's a whole nother show.
Yes, it is. But nonetheless, we do have actually, we have 4 guests. So because we have 4 guests, unfortunately, for this particular episode, fans, we will not take calls. We apologize. We will reconvene that next week. I'm just the host. I only do what my producer told me, so don't blame the light skin, okay? Anyhow, we'll get to our...
Blame the real light skin.
No, he's more ginger than light skin.
Yeah. I don't really have a skin tone.
So blame the ginger?
I mean, I just turned pink in the sun.
I turn red. That's worse.
I mean, you grab it by the base, the head will turn purple.
Hello, Cody. Hello, Mizzle. Welcome. Glad you guys are joining us. But nonetheless, let's get to our first guest, who made the journey from the Midwest to the West, and now he will be donning the pit bosses this year. Joining us
is that the way that's going?
Okay. Or who knows? He has
it as his profile picture.
He wore the hoodie on Sunday in the booth in the championship game. So I'm just saying, unless he decides to change his mind.
He's been out there recruiting heavy and all that.
But nonetheless, the man known as Vanilla Vic is in the building, Mr. Jordan Davidson. How are you, sir? Welcome.
I'm here.
He is here in the flesh.
I love it.
So real quick, just get to the story. Why the move from the Midwest to Vegas? How did that all come about?
So I wanted the competition. That's the main reason.
Oh, okay.
You wanted the competition. So wait.
So he's kind of mirroring what we have to say.
Well, no, I'm curious. So correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't you in Cincinnati area?
Yes.
And don't they have 4 teams up there?
Yeah.
They had 4 last year, yes.
So I am lost because I thought that there was
He said they ain't no
competition up
good.
there.
He said they ain't no good.
There's
Hold on. Don't put words in the man's mouth. Let's hear it straight from the
I kind of specialize at putting things in people's mouth.
Oh,
that's
boy.
a whole nother
Oh,
show,
boy.
man. Just hold on to that. That's another show.
I'll stop.
But go ahead.
if you want to call it Ohio, there's a super team in Ohio. If you guys defined super team
What's the super team in Ohio?
based on talent, the Chaos are a super team.
Damn.
what?
Out of Ohio, not of the whole league. I'm saying of Ohio,
So
based on the definition.
So Vegas went and whooped Ohio's super team?
Now, would they be a super team now? Like, did they combine a bunch of different? Because we haven't heard too much. Like, we've talked to a couple of people from the Ohio division or the Cincinnati. It's Ohio. The Ohio division.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen too much as far as like solidified moves. And I'm pretty sure you're a little bit more in the loop there.
Yep.
So are they over there building and are they making the additions? Is it something that we should keep track of?
Hold on, before you mention that, I will say I was listening to the podcast of God, why can't I think of his name right now?
Brent and Dale Hathaway.
And Corey was on that podcast.
What's it called?
And Corey asked him flat out, well, name 2 teams in the top 10 that you can beat, or name 7 teams that you're better than. And the first 2 out of his mouth were the Insomniacs and Sick With It.
Huh.
So the thing that I don't understand is what exactly has changed in Ohio where Brent now is all of a sudden saying that he can beat us after we went up to Ohio and the Insomniacs dog walked his team.
The Mercy Rule at that.
Yeah. 52-14. So what has changed? Help me understand what has changed up there that since you're coming from there that you've seen what they have. So what is it that they have that makes them think that they can now beat some of the top teams?
So I don't know if this will be enough, but I did go to their scrimmage before I left.
Mm-hmm.
They had a scrimmage. They played the QC Crush. They definitely have more big bodies. They did add some big bodies on the line this year. That's where I say they made their most improvement at.
But the rest of the team is the same?
Yes, for the most part. They added a couple of wide receivers, but they still got the same quarterback, same DB, same stuff like that.
Okay. So, I mean, I want everybody to understand when I'm talking about this, I'm only looking at it from the standpoint of what we've seen. So thank you for that information because I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, so you'll have your opportunities, but I'm pretty sure they might have to come to Vegas this time if they get there in the playoffs. And if they have to come to Vegas, I hope they're ready because I can tell you one thing, the Insomniacs and Sick With It, if they're part of that playoff group for spring, that's going to be remembered. And I hope Brent ain't writing checks that his team's ass can't cash because I think that just might be the situation.
Well, he did it to himself last year, too.
Yeah, he did. He was talking about them before the game even started.
Well,
they don't play defense.
What I didn't like is when they did the
Shout
whole...
out to Big Mac tuning in.
When they did the
and
whole...
Justin.
They did the whole, we're going to Vegas. Like they booked their trip already, though.
Well, I guess they were more than welcome to come out and watch a championship game. I mean, the difference between, I'm not going to say stuff tongue in cheek. I'm going to be upfront with it. I'm not a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now the commissioner of the Western Division. And when I say some of the stuff I say, I'm not wanting anybody else to cash checks for what I'm saying. Yep. That's not my thing at all. My thing is when you have proof is in the pudding, talk is cheap. So, when he comes down, I'm going to ask whoever they play. I don't care who it is. Put up your Sin City name. Period. If you get beat, you have to lose that because the only Sin City in the United States is right here.
Yep.
So, I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to say it tongue in cheek. Be upfront with it. But you're here. What are you hoping? What are you hoping for? What are you looking for out of this division that you didn't get? I know you said competition. Mm-hmm. You've seen these teams play now. You've been down on the field. You've seen these guys up close and personal. You've seen what the Vegas division has to offer. What are your thoughts on the athletes that we have here compared to what you guys had in Cincinnati?
So obviously you guys got 8 teams here. Cincinnati only had 3, and then the Columbus last year. So you guys actually have more teams. But one thing I think that's similar is DB play. I think it's pretty similar across the whole league, I think, in general. I think you guys got linemen that can move better. That makes sense. You guys like size, similar. I think your guys' linemen move better than our linemen over there, if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But I wanted to ask, as the Midwest continues to evolve, do you think, because obviously if you watch enough game film, you'll start to notice there's a difference between like play calling offensively and defensively between the two coasts. And you can lump Florida in there because they have more of a flag style, element to their game. What type of identity do you see the Midwest coming with? And do you think it's going to be enough to not get mercied come playoffs?
So I don't know if it's a style, but so like you guys know, obviously Florida, like Nightcrawlers are speed.
Mm-hmm.
The Somniacs are a little bit more run first, I would say, but they can throw the ball too. And then you got teams like Sick With It, who's more of a pass first team. So I think the Midwest is trying to actually go to the 2 quarterback style of play. I think that's what's best for them actually.
Now, are you talking more like 2 quarterback system, like using a backstack, like the Nightcrawlers, like old Kryptonite, like you've seen Scooter do with the Insomniacs?
Okay, so I'm talking like 2 different styles of quarterback. Your
He's
pocket,
talking
traditional
about
pocket quarterback, and then like a running
quarterback.
Okay.
See, the only thing that bothers me about the running quarterbacks.
Do you think that's a team thing, or do you think that's like going to be like a regional thing?
Well, I've seen 3 of the 4 Cincinnati. Well, there's 3 teams in Cincinnati. I've seen 3 of them practice it.
Wow.
So the only thing that worries me about a running quarterback, especially when it's run first, is the fact that, there's D linemen that are going to tee off on them. Nobody's going to hold back. They don't care about tomorrow. And I hope that the guys from Cincinnati and some of the other places understand the fact that look what we do to running quarterbacks here in our division.
I'm going to get to Justin. Justin has a couple of questions. I'm going to let him finish. But
it's one of those things that you got to kind of be careful of, especially, when you're playing your own division, you get used to what you're able to do as a running quarterback. But when you're playing against a team that is, okay, you want to run the ball? No problem. I mean, Cincinnati ran the ball with their quarterback, and we saw what happened to him. I mean, I was on the sideline when AJ teed off on him. And it was, not for nothing. When I saw the hit, I was like, damn. And I was just sitting there saying, please get up, because I didn't want to see him get hurt. But that's the position you're going to see some of these coaches put these players in.
I got a couple of questions from the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat paying attention to us, locked in on YouTube. So from Cool Case, Justin Shepard, he was wondering, he called Cap on the DB play being the same. He said, what DBs you guys got in Ohio? So if you have some names for some guys for us to pay attention to. I watched the film for that lockdown corner. Y'all didn't have the receiver threats out in Ohio for him to really get that claim yet. But I understand with his numbers why they put him on at that spot. And then Justin also wanted to wonder, or he was also wondering, you essentially running a wildcat or just a completely 2 whole different sets?
I think for the first question for corners, Jersey Pope for Chaos.
Okay.
He's a pretty good. He's okay at tackling. He's really good in coverage.
Was he the one? He
gave up 1 touchdown all year. It was to Davitt Clark in that Final Four game. He's number 21, I believe.
He gave up 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, he might have gave up 2, but those are the only 2 he gave up all year.
Yeah, and I won't say nothing. They were beautiful throws by Scott.
Yeah,
and Davick ran right by him.
Oh, yeah, that's hard to stop. Davick's like 6'32".
Yeah,
yeah,
and he and a 4.3 speed.
All right, real quick, Jordan. Go ahead and talk about your football experience and your inspiration that makes you play this game of football.
So, I actually have a little experience. I didn't start playing until 7th grade, roughly. And then I got back into it last year with A7. Skylar hit me up over Snapchat. It was like, hey, there's this semi-pro whatever league, A7. I was like, oh, well, that sounds cool. He's like telling me the rules and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll come out and play. So, came out and played, try out all that crap. It didn't work out with them, so I wound up going to a different team, and we weren't very good, but we had a lot of players that never played before, so that's what happens.
Yep.
But yeah, that was it. That's my 2nd year. Looking forward to it.
Well, you came to the right place if you want the competition. That's for damn sure.
What would you say is your most natural position on the football field? Or what's your favorite position to play?
Natural. So I played I haven't played football that much, but they've moved me around a lot. I've played defense end. I've played linebacker, safety. I've played tight end. I've played quarterback, obviously, wide receiver. So those are the positions I've played. My favorite is obviously quarterback. That's my go-to position if I had to pick.
What quarterbacks inspired you or inspire you?
I don't want to get Chris started.
You ain't gonna get me started. Go ahead.
Oh, rev him up, please.
Because there's no goats in Chris's mind.
No, there's not.
Well, Tom Brady is the goat.
I never said there's no goat.
Oh.
If you listen to what I said, and I will back it up and say it again, for every
Era
that you have, there is a goat. Joe Montana was a goat in my era, in the early stages, and Tom Brady is a goat in this era.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I liked Brady's mindset of the game, but I also liked Peyton Manning's mindset as well.
Well, he does have a big head.
Yeah, he does.
Literally a big
But
head.
he's the only quarterback I can think of that pretty much called plays his whole career. Pretty much. I mean, he was like the offense coordinator on the field.
Actually, Tom Brady was too.
Yeah, but he still got plays from Josh McDaniels.
Trust me, Tom Brady called the plays.
I know he adjusted.
When you look at the body of work with Josh McDaniels and supposedly how good he was, then how come he couldn't make any other quarterback that he coached that good?
Yeah.
Tells you everything you need to know right there.
He drafted Tim Tebow.
Exactly.
Hey, he was good for one game. Steelers playoffs.
He was, no
Yeah.
question. He won that game with his arm. I won't argue that.
Remember John 3:16.
Hey,
Yes.
that's actually one of my
So,
favorite players, by the way.
316 yards passing.
Yes.
3 minutes and 16 seconds is when they had the go ahead touchdown. So there's a lot to go
In
behind
overtime.
it. Yeah, in overtime. So it is what it is.
All right. Real quick, Jordan, if you want to promote yourself, whatever social outlet you have, go ahead and promote that. Anything you want to say, this is your final parting shot.
Okay. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for watching and these guys for giving me a chance to come on here and play in this division. Secondly, my name on Facebook is Jordan Davidson. Instagram is GDub_1996. So follow me on there.
I feel old. Oh my goodness.
Fuck. God.
And
damn.
lastly,
I was watching the Olympics in '96.
my gosh, you guys are saying I'm young. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I got married in 94.
Hey, at least I ain't as young as some of your guys, older people that I was listening to. They're like 21. So,
Wild.
but the last thing I was going to say is we actually got a podcast starting this Friday with me and Skylar Hurd.
Oh, nice.
Called Dumbed and Doomed on
Should be
Facebook.
called
So,
We Are Not Sin City.
hey, if it was up to me, they wouldn't have that name.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna
Okay,
keep giving you
so
shit.
what's the name of that podcast again with you and Skylar? What is it
It's
called again?
called the Dumb and Doomed Podcast.
Dumb and Dude. All right. Well,
Dumb and Doomed.
Doomed.
Like Doomed, yeah. We were going to call it Dumb and Dumber, but they already had a podcast that name, so we were like, you know what, we'll do Dumb and Doomed.
All
right.
It fits.
Vanilla Vic, Jordan Davidson coming from Ohio to play in the Nevada division. And
That's so dope.
more than likely, he'll be taking his talents to the pit bosses. Well, we think he is. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll see you week one. Stick with it.
Oh, well,
Well, there you go.
there you go.
That's who we play, so.
All right, Jordan, we appreciate the time and good luck this season. All the best health and whatnot, and enjoy the competition here in Vegas.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
All right,
You
thank you,
got it.
sir. So, as we await for our next guest to come in, again, as we said at the top of the program, coming off a very fantastic Fall Brawl championship game, which gave us some drama, to say the least. Thoughts? Well, I mean, we'll eventually get into those thoughts as the program progresses, but just initially, what's your initial take from what we saw on Sunday at Bonanza High?
Wait, were you talking to me?
Both of y'all.
I zoned the fuck out. My bad. I was in the comments.
In the comments.
Yeah.
Yep. Were you
Um,
Which again, shout out to our guests
My
watching
bad.
on our YouTube page. We appreciate y'all.
My thoughts on the game are the fact that what we wanted to see is starting to come to fruition, which is the competition is getting better and better. I think that Sick kind of showed what they have and that they are willing to make the moves to try to get better. And there are no longer, the separation between the Insomniacs and Sickwood it's getting closer, and I will say this and I'll continue to say it. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And if people out there don't like us talking about the Insomniacs, unseat them.
Beat them.
We'll talk about you.
Beat them.
Plain and simple. That's the way it goes. And if you're the champs, guess what? You are the champs all year until another champ is crowned or you get another victory and you're the champ again. And then all year again. We never look at Super Bowl champs and say, well, they're just another team that whole year following their championship. So whether it's, we know you guys want the 49ers, so whether it's the 49ers or Kansas City Chiefs, come Sunday, they're champs until the next season.
Until they're either beaten this Sunday,
yep,
or they will be the first team to repeat since the Patriots of 03 and 04. They have what everybody wants.
Exactly.
Is Lombardi.
Yep.
Everybody wants what the Insomniacs has, which is the national championship trophy.
To be the man,
it remains its
you
possession.
gotta beat the man. Period.
All right. So our next guest is set and ready to go. If you hadn't seen this man play during the Fall Brawl, this young man plays with a lot of heart, a lot of tenacity, and he does not give up for nothing. Played for the Hunters this Fall Brawl, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Kamari Michael. Kamari, how are you, sir?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
How are you, sir? Thank you for coming on. So,
young man,
real quickly, give me your take on what you experienced with the Hunters this past Fall Brawl season.
I can't say it was really just kind of like the same stuff I've been experiencing with other teams in the past couple seasons, like just lack of players and, just trying to mesh with each other and because, I've been playing with different teams and different players all over the league. So I haven't really found a set team, but now I feel like the Hunters is my set team. So I'm just trying to get some guys over. So, we can get something going.
So what would you say is the one thing that you want to try to build to help enhance the Hunters brand?
Winning games, obviously.
That's always going to be number one.
Yeah.
Winning solves everything. And that also brings people to you. When you're a winner, people want to come play with you.
Right.
But I mean, as the quarterback of the team, as you are right now, I think that, you can also show your leadership and talk to people and make them understand what you want as well.
Right.
I know you asked me before a game, what did I see at halftime, if you remember, and we had a little conversation on the sidelines.
Right.
And what I'm saying to you is, you continue doing what you're doing and you lead by example, but you can also lead by what you tell people. And how you carry yourself is going to play big into guys wanting to come run with you.
Right.
And so this is your opportunity right here, too. This is where it starts. Let people understand what it is you want and what you're looking for and what you want to do.
Honestly, like, one of the main conversations I've been seeing on the past couple of episodes is like, who are our household names besides the Insomniacs and Sickwoody. And obviously, we are far from that, but I want to build us up so we can be competition with them, Insomniacs, Sickwoody, Force, So everybody could be talking about the Hunters, you feel me?
Yeah.
What positions do you think that you are needed like right now? Like if you could fill one position with the wave of a magic wand, which one would it be first?
Another O-lineman.
Another O-lineman? Okay. And now, building off of that question, which route, at being the QB, and you plan on staying the QB of the Hunters, what style do you see yourself going with for that? Are you going to, go with a more, like, air it out? Are you going to, more of a run style type of offense? Do you want to establish a run game to try and open up play action? How are you seeing where you're going? Because that's gonna mean a lot when you go into your recruiting. Because, you know what I mean? We talk about it a lot. And it's not always a bigger guy you need as a lineman. If you're going to get guys out moving and, you know, pulling guys and all that stuff, just a guy that'll give you enough time to stand there for a half a second to make a decision might get you somewhere. Like, if you have to make these decisions now to be able to help your recruiting process. As a quarterback, another part of your job in A7 is recruiting.
Right.
So you have to get guys that want to play for you. Like, the coaches can only do so much and all that. Like, and the coaches can call plays from the sidelines, but we all know, like, when it comes down to it in the game, what kind of plays are you going to call? Where do you feel comfortable? And find people to fill that position for you. And do you have that direction yet?
Yeah, Max said he's got a lineman.
Um,
But I mean, look, I understand the position. You know, having input with your coach is always a good thing. And I think Coach Ray is open enough to have input with you as a quarterback, right?
right.
So I think that, you know, you guys should have those conversations about what you see the offense is going to be next season. And have you guys kind of collaborate on what you think should, you know, how players should play, what you should do, and what's going to play to your strengths in this game. Because, man, I'll be the first one to tell you, I played line. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds, soaking wet with boots on. And, yeah, I mean, it sucked. But you know what? If you could get guys out there that could just stay in front of people, and the aggression will come. And I have faith in you guys that you'll start to put stuff together. I mean, look, are these upper echelon teams that good? Yes, they are. But when it comes to young men coming out and playing a game, once you guys start to put it together, that's when you start to get to the point of being a better team. And so am I looking at you guys and saying, hey, you guys are going to take that next step next season? Yes, because as long as you guys stay together and you have your core, and you continue to drive that core, that's going to make you guys better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
have you also been poaching and pillaging these other non-franchise franchises, like these what are we calling them?
Non-legacy teams.
Non-legacy teams. There we go. I knew we had a term for it. I'm not very politically correct if y'all can't tell. I know I look like it. My credit score says different.
I mean, there's a couple guys from different teams that I would love to come play for us, but
have you been on their neck?
I haven't went after nobody, but I got people hitting me up though.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, you should. And Mac is in the comments right now. He's gonna bless y'all with a number to a lineman right now. Like, that's one thing about this league, man. All you got to do, man, just closed mouth ain't gonna get fed. There's people out here that'll help you, even with the recruiting process, because some teams are full up. Yeah. There's still people want to come out here and get down, and like there's perfect opportunity. We're just not gonna put one of our homeboys out there like with some team that they're just gonna get, you know, bullshitted around, whatever. Like Max said, y'all solid. He's gonna look out for you.
I mean, and then also with that, it's just like one thing I noticed about just in this division, there's like almost everybody knows everybody for whether they're in semi-pro, flag league, any of that. Yep. And so I'm just kind of new to the whole Vegas football outside of high school, period. So a lot of people really don't know me, but, you know, I got some guys that's in the league, but they're already on, you know, established teams and stuff like that. So
right.
It doesn't hurt to stay in contact with them, though, because you never know what they're going to be able to bring. Or maybe they play flag with a bunch of dudes that want to come over and play.
But don't
like you said, they're filled up. So now they could go and play with y'all. So it's one of those things, like you said, like Scott said, you know, you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to be in front of these guys. And just because you're coming in to Vegas when there's all these established guys that know football, they've been playing together for a long time, that doesn't change a damn thing, man. You could be one of them very easily.
And I see you guys going in that direction. Like, you guys play with the right attitude. Like, you guys play with the intensity. You guys have the building blocks to put forth a good team. Y'all just have some key elements to fill, especially. And then once y'all can compete in this division, then you know you're going somewhere.
Man, look.
I'll say this. You and Michael Perkins have the chance to be a real special combination at quarterback and wide receiver, because the way you two gel, the times that you guys play in the fall, that can really develop into something special. I'm just telling you.
I mean, yeah, like I do feel like, you know, we have a couple pieces that we can build around, you know, like me, Perkins, Marlon Hicks.
Yes, him too. Yes,
Hicks is
absolutely.
Davin Lopez.
Yeah.
That's why I say I just feel like we need another lineman for sure, because somebody that can help Davin out. You feel me? So yeah, like, and it's not a good look, you know, having to forfeit the last game of the season. So that's another thing. I'm gonna just put it out there. That's another thing that players around the league is looking at. So they'll be questioning themselves, like, do I really want to take this route?
Well, you know what?
Self-awareness is motherfucker.
But, you know, the biggest thing about it is that I see the differences, and I'll say it because I'm the old man in here, the old man of the group. Times are different, man. When I played, we didn't want to go play with the best squad. We wanted to dismantle the best squad.
Right, exactly.
We wanted to bring ourselves up and be that squad.
Right.
So when
You
I
wanted-
played,
you wanted to earn it.
yeah, when I played, we played against, you know, Too Much Talent, TMT. We played against the Soldiers. We played against all these teams in the flag leagues that came out here and were running shit. And then we played in the national championships that were here with Bill Williams, and we had 84 teams from around the country that used to come out here and play. Right. Did we want to make a super team? Hell no. We took our squad. We went and played. So the fact of the matter is, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes it takes that hard work that you put in that will shine, and it'll be down the road. You can't look at it right now and say, well, we're not this or we're not that. Look at where you're going and understand you have key players around you. Now, talk to those key players and get them to bring other people on board and weed through the ones that you guys can use and go out there and make the team, man. That's all it is.
Right.
So don't keep your head down, young man. You're an athlete. You can play this game.
Thank you.
So keep your head up and just keep moving. That's all there is to it. Just keep moving and going forward.
So real quickly, this is your time, Kamari. If you want to shout out anybody or promote yourself, you are free to do so. The floor is yours.
If you want to find me on Facebook, it's just my name, CaMari Mickel. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's ABM_Mari with 3 eyes. And that's it.
All right, well, real quickly, so you were born here, moved to Texas, and then came back here to Vegas.
Right.
So talk about your time a little bit in Texas. That you can remember.
I spent basically all of elementary through middle school in Texas. And I played most of my Pee Wee years in Texas. And then I came back like around the end of my 7th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played like 1 year of Pop Warner football out here. And then that's when I went to high school after that. And then I couldn't play my freshman year because of health issues. I had to get cleared to play sports again. So I had to miss my whole freshman year. But then my sophomore year, I played varsity corner for Rancho High School.
Cool. Let's go.
And
The Rams.
I didn't get to play offense though, because I got kicked off the offense.
I got kicked out of that school a couple times. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
You talking to a bunch of lifers here, man.
yeah. So
Rancho. I went to Valley.
I went to Rancho when it was still a King Ranch right there on the corner.
So real quick,
I used to be down there in 2 do-rags. That was not a good look.
so real quick before you say so long for now, just who inspires you to go hard when you're out there on the football field? Your inspirations.
My family. I got 3 kids and a fiance.
Oh,
So-
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So, they inspire me to go hard every day. They changed my whole mindset about, different things that was going on within my life, and, how to really handle things like, like a real man and, stuff like that. So they inspire me to just go hard every day with everything I do. And, I got certain inspirations by different football players I used to watch, when I was little and stuff like that.
Well, all right. Well, you can catch Kamari and the Hunters this upcoming season on the 24th of March when the national season starts. But like I said, catch him and Michael Perkins. That's a combination you need to watch out for during the spring season. Kamari, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate the time, young man.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep
Thank
that
you,
energy up, bro. We
Hell
love seeing
yeah.
that from the booth.
Yes.
I love that big smile he got, man. He's smiling from ear to ear over there. I love that.
All right. Well, as our next guest is getting ready to come into the chair to be interviewed.
Derek is correct. We tried to do a super team once in the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but the when we were playing for nationals. Got bounced real quick, second round.
And I see Coach James seconds that statement. I see with his facial expression.
Yeah.
So, what's the one thing for both of you that you will take away from this past fall brawl season?
Hold on to the goddamn ball.
Right? Yeah, that ain't no joke. The one thing I'll take away from it,
man, stay light on your feet.
yeah,
That's one thing I definitely want to say.
keep
is,
your
man,
head on a swivel.
Make sure you keep your feet chopping. Don't plant your feet. We're seeing a lot of people getting rolled up on and stuff like that. And it's very unfortunate. They're very long. Like, it's a long recovery process for these tendons and stuff. So
8
it's
to
just
10 weeks.
You know what I mean? Like and we have had a lot of people go down from getting rolled up on, and maybe if you could just keep your feet chopping, maybe you just end up on your butt instead of rolled up on.
Well, one thing that I learned from this,
man,
I wish
the
I was
run
about,
game out here is serious.
Yep, I wish I was about 20 years younger.
Well, you want to get back out there, don't you?
I do, in a bad way. I do, but my old ass just no.
Man, I don't know.
Ain't happening.
Well, for one thing, me and Scotty definitely appreciated your insight of joining us in the booth during this fall brawl season. You definitely give some tremendous insight, and I will take you in the booth any day of the week with me, my friend. I'll tell you that right now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, sick with it with a run game would be fucking super crazy.
Correct.
Alienators are surprising the shit, are super surprising. There's a lot of talent to be spread around with
Ton of talent.
the legacy, with only legacy teams being able to participate in the spring. I think that we've gotten more of a feel, and Vegas is coming out with an identity as far as how like the play calls go, the defenses have been run, and I don't think this is even the beginning of it. I don't think very many people have cracked into their playbook. I think, especially with like the people think that Insomniacs and Sick would be like holding back plays or not using certain packages or whatever until they play each other. I think they're just trying to perfect the things that they're running for right now before they start digging deep into a playbook. I think once that happens and we see more of this Vegas come out instead of just trying to, run down everybody's throat, maybe that's just how we do it. But I just think that's how I think that's what I'm excited for to see going forward from what I learned from the fall.
I think for me, it's just the single towns, like Isaiah Hayden's 3 returns for touchdowns with the Alliance, the tremendous play of Devontae Moncrief and Jaden Webb for the Alienators. I mean, those two were spectacular.
Don't forget their quarterback.
Yes, Mr. Iriarte.
Iriarte is, I'd love to see him.
And their offensive line with Benitez and Graham and those guys. I mean, they definitely showed some sparks this year. The Ramsey's an OTT. Delaney's memorable throw-on-one touchdown, which is
Our next guest.
I can still see it, but we'll get to him in a minute. But again, Perkins from the Hunters, just the way he played with heart this year. Juice from the Insomniacs.
Dude,
I mean, as if the
on.
Insomniacs needed another running back in that backfield.
But the evolution of the linebacker in Las Vegas as well.
Yes,
Joe Jackson, Jeremy Reeves.
yes.
This isn't.
Yeah, these guys are no joke, man.
That's the one thing I take is just the spectacular.
And if he would come back, local kid was an amazing linebacker.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Jeremy Reeves is no joke. And I saw him, we're walking back from the concession stand, and I thought he was smaller, height-wise. No, me and him are about the same height. That dude is stacked.
And of course, before I forget, Smooth Brown's timely interceptions.
It's plural, like all of them.
Yeah, they were all very timely and basically were game changers in the game.
He catches picks almost as much as Mac had pancakes.
Dude, handing them out. And the thing about it
is, no cleats on.
But hold on,
just walk up to the game, run in, pick one.
Keep in mind one thing though. What kills me is his picks are smooth as hell.
Mhm.
So he lives up to that.
The
nickname.
one-handed one. The
Like it was
one-handed
nothing.
one.
With the opposite hand, mind you.
Yeah.
Behind him.
And then you have Mac handing out pancakes just smooth as hell. I mean,
With no cleats on.
right? My feet hurt.
Oh, and we can't talk about linebackers in Vegas without talking about Tone.
Oh
What
yeah.
the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Mr.
he
Smith.
had
Mr. Smith, yes.
two wide open field tackles, and me being one of them, this is something that I've come, and he definitely talked to me. He pulled me aside and talked to me about it. I had said something about him missing an open field tackle, and he tackled probably one of the hardest to tackle in the open field guys. He tackled Sayal twice, 1-on-1 open field, the last game that they played.
Not scared.
Like it
No,
was, and they were
no.
perfect form tackles. Like it wasn't like a fluke or anything like that. It was just a perfect hit to the thighs. He drove through. Like it was. We can't talk about linebackers.
All right, and speaking of also fantastic players to watch, the last game he played in, this young man practically did almost everything but have the kitchen sink, especially in the return game. He's one of perhaps, I think, only two people in the history that have taken one back against the Insomniacs, and he did it 2 weeks ago. Joining us from the Alienators, the one, the only Mr. Ronald Gaither. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. And yourself?
Not bad, not bad. So, talk about things you can take from the fall with the Alienators and apply it to whatever team you're going to play for in the spring. Like, what do you take from this past fall, bro, that you can apply to for your game to enhance your game for spring season?
Pretty much taking from this season the fact that I kind of took it easy. I would say I wasn't the first game. Dropped a couple of passes and a couple of guys came up to me in the league was just like, bro, you're not used to dropping them. So from there, I decided to go back into the lab and decided to just work on my hands again and work on routes.
Man, he's letting you off light. I want to know where you going next season.
That's why I set up for you to ask that question.
Forget all the dumb shit. I want to know where
That's
you're going.
not dumb shit.
This season, I'm not really sure yet. I'm still waiting to see.
You're still waiting to see. You know where you're going.
Nah,
Look at the
He
smile.
do. Yep.
You
Nope.
know where you're
He knows.
going.
I
You
played
just
that
don't
game.
wanna-
I played that game all last season. I
All
know
you
that
have to
look.
say is I don't want to say right now. That's all you have to say.
we'll wait for that one.
To be determined.
Okay.
Yeah, now that
All
one
right,
I
all
believe.
right. How
Yeah, that
about
one I
this?
believe. Yeah,
All right,
you
I
gonna,
believe
you gonna
that
tell
one.
us here though?
Yeah, you got to come back on and tell us.
I got you. I'll come here and tell
All
you
right.
guys.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Most
If I
definitely.
hear it come out before, I'm going to be like, damn. All right.
The only way
see
you
how
know
are?
it comes out is come from one of the coaches that I'm talking to.
Hey, the comments say you going to sick.
Who knows?
Okay.
Oh, the playing game.
Mm.
The playing game indeed. So, just tell me about your experience playing with the Alienators. You guys qualified for the playoffs, and you gave Sickwit some real heavy competition. Like I said, you are
That's a
one of
good
only two
pickup.
guys. You and one other person have taken a 3-1 against Sig, which is I'm sorry, the Insomniacs, which is hard to do. I mean, like I said, you catch the ball, you returned. I mean, just give me your assessment of what you and the team accomplished in your first year in Fall Brawl, being a whole new franchise.
What's crazy about that was I was actually an outlaw first.
Really?
Yes. My cousin and a couple of my brothers brought me over to the Alienators. Had me basically leave the Outlaws. As you guys know, that's Troop. That's my blood cousin. Nike actually goes by Gutta. They actually made me leave the Outlaws and come over to the Alienators.
I love how you say, made me leave.
Then you wouldn't understand. I was
They didn't
constantly
give you a chance, huh?
Okay, I've been
Constantly
corrected. I've
calling
been
me.
corrected. He's the third person to do it against the Insomniacs.
Yeah.
Sav, Cheetah, or KJ,
Yep.
and you. That's good company to be in.
Yeah, Savion, KJ, and yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't remember Savion taking one back against the Insomniacs as they're built
I mean,
now.
it's according to Coach
To
Jason
Coach
Brown.
Jason, yeah. I'll admit, I do not remember the Savion one. The Cheetah one I do remember, but Savion, no.
A couple of them from Cheetah.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember
Well,
Mr. Gaither.
and now Mr. Gaither's another one that has done that. So
And shout out to Gelato because he blew a tire on that play bad.
yeah,
And hopefully,
You
and,
ran right past him, looked at him
and,
like,
and hopefully he's
what
doing.
happened to you?
And
Bye.
hopefully he's doing okay. But Gaither might have would have had a second one if if a certain thing did not happen on the sideline.
Grabbed him by the ding ding.
I guess that's
See,
one
if
way
you
to
were
make
white,
you stop.
he would have missed.
Right?
Because at
He
first,
would have had nothing to grab on.
because
but
at
hopes
first
and
in
dreams.
the movie we thought, did he pop a hamstring or you hurt his groin?
Oh no.
And the
It was
way
like-
you were walking back to the other sideline,
I couldn't close my legs.
I was freaking dying.
Just for science, did it grow a little bit from the tug?
Hey, I might have got an extra 4.
I heard. I'll be back. I gotta go try something.
So you're saying it was a swelling?
Hey, possibly.
And Steve Ashmore just said he has the field level video of that. So, oh, good Lord.
Oh man, you got to share that one.
Oh, dude.
Steve, you've been requested. Shout out to Steve Ashmore and Ashmore Media.
Steve, just drop it in the chats, man. We all want to see that.
Well, send it in my inbox.
Oh man.
So, in you being recruited for the spring season, what's the one thing that you are looking for that might convince you to take your talents to whatever you're gonna wherever you're gonna take your talents to in the spring?
A cup?
At least a jockstrap, something.
Man, I ain't
Tie that thing.
That's good.
Tie that thing to your leg or something. Shit. Put it away. That thing was ready to jump out and bite somebody. That's why he grabbed it.
Man. Nah, but really what I'm looking for is to take my skill to the next level. That's
Okay.
pretty much what I'm looking for. It's just like I've played for multiple underdogs. I played for the gold. I played for Kryptonite, which really the underdog really. But I'm looking to take my skill to the next level. So it's basically if you can help me take me to the next level, it'd be perfect for me.
Speaking of which, I got a question for you that is going back to the combine, because I know that your knee was bothering you.
Most definitely.
But do you remember what your vertical was?
Not at all.
You don't.
Not at all.
I remember the Luis was looking at me because I was standing there, and he's like, "Dude, did he just seriously jump 12 feet?" You
I
don't
couldn't
remember
even tell
that?
you
So you're saying he's got some hops?
Yes. Yeah, he if there's somebody that can jump out of the gym, literally, this man can.
Ronald, did you play basketball in high school?
I played basketball, but I senior year playing JV. I tackled a player and broke his rib cage, so they took me off the team.
Wow.
That
Okay.
checks
Was
out.
that in practice?
Not a game. Talking about practice, man.
Oh,
No,
man.
this was a game.
Mm. So now I know you are very versatile in football, but what would you say is your most natural position and your favorite position to play on the field?
I'm actually a true safety.
Oh, okay.
It's a big ass safety.
How tall?
Not
Big
wrong.
ass
How
safety.
tall are you? 6'2"?
6'1",
6'1"? 230?
235.
Yeah. Thumper. Wouldn't want to get hit.
Now,
Talk
Scooter.
about business decisions.
Now, Scooter, is that Insomniacs tryouts on the 18th of February at
Yes.
Riverview High?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, yes, it is.
There you go. All right.
February 18th.
So if you want to try out for the defending champions and try out for the Wolfpack, their tryouts is February the 18th at Arborview High.
I'll be there.
And keep in mind, if you guys want us to know about your tryouts, let us know. We'll put them up for you.
Yes, we will promote them on the show. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Because
You can say the
can't
F word
do
on
it.
here. I do it all the time.
I know
can't
you
do
do,
it
but I'm
without-
not. Someone's got to try to be the straight man.
Right? And usually I keep count.
Did you just say I'm not straight? I mean,
Dude, like
You
any-
just
I say some
took that
questionable
way left.
oh,
like anybody that knows you doesn't already know that. Shit.
Suspect.
I
Man,
mean, some people could probably guess.
it must be the beard.
Well, it is manly.
That's not the direction I was going, but okay.
and it is from Asgard.
Yeah, you know.
According to Coach Jason, I bought it at LL Bean.
Wow. Well,
He's got the Rick Ross starter kit.
there you go.
Oh, fuck.
Lemon pepper his wings.
Oh, man. That's all right. I'm going to say another one after we win this next national championship.
There you go. And another one.
All right. Well, when you're out there on the field, Ronald, what's your biggest inspiration as you're playing this game on the field? What
shit.
inspires you?
Mostly my family, my kids. I have 5 of them,
Oh, so you already got a starting lineup.
pretty much. With 3
Wow.
boys and 2 cheerleaders.
Wow. 5
But,
kids. How old are you?
27.
How old's your oldest?
7.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say teenager. 13. I mean, damn. All right.
Nah. But part of that, my family, my dad who passed away.
Oh, God rest his soul.
So I try to keep him in my mind as I play. So a lot of the time, I play with a lot of anger. So
Really?
most definitely.
We don't. I'll be honest with you, man.
We don't see it. We don't see it on your face.
No,
for sure.
I watched it from the. I watched you play from the sidelines. I watched you play from the booth, and I do not see that anger on your face. I mean, I see a guy that's happy out there playing football, is what I see. And if you're hiding that anger,
Lord help us.
no, that makes it even worse, because guys that hide anger when they're playing and give you that smile, like I was with Derek. We had lunch today, and we were talking about when we used to play, and he used to call me all the time. He friggin' Heinz Ward, because I would take out all my aggression on Sunday, but when I was coming to crack back on a defensive end, I was giggling the whole friggin' time. I was getting ready to hit his ass, and I was aiming for his ribs.
All right, one quick correction.
All
Tryouts
American, not
tryouts for
Arborview.
the Insomniacs will be February 18th at All American Park, not at Arborview High School.
At 12 p.m. high noon. So be there, be square. Thank you, Insomniacs coaching staff and Scooter and Big Kitty Mac. Appreciate it.
And again, we know the rest of the teams are having tryouts over the next couple of weeks. I know OTT is. I know all the Gold are. Pit Bosses. Everybody is. So if you throw your dates in the comment section right now,
We will promote it.
we'll promote them for you. If you don't, and you don't, know,
Why is Mouth calling you Mike Tyson?
Because he probably sounds like Mike Tyson, you know?
because he's
Is that
quiet and
Mike
he hits
Tyson?
hard.
Because I want to go to the body, okay? You want to go to the body and go on top of the head. It's just ludicrous. Evander. I'm sorry, Evander.
He was hungry.
He was.
Anyway,
Because
so-
Evander Hamilton was kicking my ass.
So on when you go to play in the spring with the teams that you're talking to, is one of the things that you're looking at is your starting position, or are you looking more to, and this is just a question, are you looking to, you want to be in the playoffs and you want to be part of a winning team? What's the most important for you?
Honestly, I'm not really worried about starting. As long as I get my playing time and I'm able to contribute to the team, it's pretty much, I'm not really worried about starting at all.
Okay. And it's a question, right? Because we talk about NFL players. They talk, I want to go win a Super Bowl. And then they go and take the most money at the worst team. So it's like, really? Did you really want to go win? So I'm asking because I want to get in the head of guys that are moving teams, you know, what is your main piece that you're looking for in your new team? And I understand that, and I'd say, okay, he's a team player. He wants to get his PT, but he wants to help the team win, which is fantastic. And to me, that is something that you can't take lightly, because
Definitely.
guys that want to play their roles and want to get out there and make some stuff happen, those are the teams that are tough to beat.
Definitely.
So Insomniacs, gotcha.
All right. So, Ronald, this is your time to promote yourself, promote your brand, shout outs, parting shots, whatever you want to do. Floor is yours.
If you want to find me, Facebook name is Ronald Gaither, obviously. Instagram, Darkskins, 4s.
Touche.
Killing me, man.
That's been there since high
Killing
school.
Killing me.
Touche.
That might be an all-time name right there, folks.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
It's been there since high school.
All right. All right.
Well, you saw his talents in the fall for the Illinois. Where he will take his talents for the spring, he will come back on the show and let us know. But nonetheless, check out some fantastic film on Ronald Gaither. Ronald, we appreciate the time and all the best luck and best health for the upcoming season, my man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me here.
Thanks, man.
All right, as our last guest. Oh, that's
fucking
great.
with y'all.
Damn.
By the way, OTT will also have 2 or 3 more tryouts. The dates we don't know, but just want to put that out there. But again, if you're having tryouts for the legacy teams and you want us to promote it, again, please put it in the chat and we will let the viewers know that are watching on our YouTube page. Also, we do have a website called theothersideoftheball.com, so check out that for some neat stuff. And also, if you want to play in the national season, specifically here in this division. All you have to do is go to a7flwest.com, and they will give you the details on how to sign up, and you can come in as a free agent and be a part of a team. Again, the opening season, our 10th anniversary season, is March the 24th, and actually, if I can go there, we actually do have a week 1 schedule for A7FL. We know in the game of the week, it will be the Force and the Insomniacs, 2 playoff teams from a season ago, as the Insomniacs will put their...
Sick With It and Pit Bosses.
Sick With It and Pit Bosses kicks it off. Well, the Nevada season kicks off at 10 a.m. with Sick With It and the Pit Bosses. The 1 p.m. game is the Kryptonite and the Hunters. Of course, the game of the week on Fox 5.2 will have the Insomniacs defending their title and putting up their 18-game winning streak, or if you want to continue from the national season, their 12-game winning streak, however you want to put it, against the Force. And in the nightcap, which always, it seems like OTT is always under the lights during the national season.
Right.
And they will be again this season to open up against the Vegas Gold. So
now, hold on. I just want to say one thing because you said a name. Kryptonite. Shout out to Vince Young.
yes.
Getting better, getting stronger. Still want to see what's going on with you, man. So hit me up if you're watching.
All right. So for those that are going to Over the Top tryouts, it is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Fountain Park. So again, this is for those that are going to go to OTT tryouts, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Fountain Park. The dates are to be determined. Our thanks to Brian Benitez for giving us that information. So again, if you have dates for tryouts for whatever team you are trying to establish and get out there, again, please let us know in the chat, and we will give them the dates and the times for those that want to go and test their skills and look for a spring team for the national season, which will start again on the 24th of March. And that will be to be determined. So, Chris,
Yes, sir. Should we talk to the empty chair?
hi, Empty Charlie. Okay. I was given the wrong information as far as registering. My bad. So is that the national website that we go to? Is
Yes.
it A7FL? Okay, so go to a7fl.com if you want to register and play for the national season. My bad.
Yeah, my fault. I was listening, but wasn't listening. I should have corrected you when I heard you say that. That's my bad.
And by the way, congratulations on your promotion.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right. So,
A7FL. There you go.
all right. So,
Miss Kelly.
Okay, it's A7FL registration, and then a7fl.com/players if you want to play for this upcoming national season, which again starts on March 24th. And then as the dates come for deadlines that you have to be registered by, we will get that, and we will also promote that to you also.
Yep. So
Thank you, Kelly.
A7fl.tv/registration for players that want to sign up. And then the A7fl.com/players. So those are the two. Check it out. Get registered. Get ready to play. We've got a spring season coming up, and we've got a returning champion from our division that is going to be protecting this house.
All right. Well, speaking of the champs, he just got done playing in the championship game on Sunday, and he was a huge factor on the defensive side of the ball from the Wolfpack, from the Insomniacs. The one, the only Mr. JJ Harris is in the building. How are you, sir?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
How are you?
Good, man.
Blessed.
So, take us back to this past Sunday, and what was the feeling on the sideline when first you guys lost one of your brethren? And again, shout out to Mr. Mouth, Chris McWilliams, who did have surgery, and we are praying and hoping he has a speedy recovery and he gets back on the field very soon. Just take me through what you guys were going through when you saw your player go down, but then you rallied, of course, down 28, come back, and eventually down to the wire. But at the end, you guys find a way to do what you guys do, which is be better.
I mean, initially, I want to say it started in like Florida. We had our little tournament, our 9-man tournament. We ended up going out there with like 13 people, and me, Mouth, bunch of us, we just played every down, every play of every series, and it was grueling. It was terrible. But going on from that, coming back in when we played the Alienators, just, our first game back after coming back from Florida, I wasn't able to play, excuse my language, I wasn't able to play
because my
You obviously
growing.
haven't been listening to Scotty, but go ahead.
No, my mom's watching, man.
Sorry, Mom.
No, but yeah, we came back and we played the Alienators, and we were shorthanded again, which was again like I think we had like we went into Alienators. We only had like 4 D linemen,
And still put up 47.
I mean, but then we gave up so many points. And as a defensive player, obviously a defensive mindset is like, we don't want to give up points.
Anything, yes.
But we ended up giving them, or not giving them, but they ended up putting up a decent amount of numbers on us. And then right after that, obviously the next week, which was the championship game, Mouth gets hurt. I come back. One other thing, AJ's hurt from last week, from literally playing the whole game. Like I said, we only had 4 D linemen. I was out. G-Law, one of our other guys, a bunch of our other D linemen were all off. We just had our 4, our core 4, basically. It was me, I think it was Fresh Out, Mouth, AJ, and then, obviously Mouth went down. AJ was like 75%, but even AJ 75% is like most people's 100.
A lot of times that's more than enough. Yes, absolutely.
That's my dog. So really, it was like next man up mentality. That's it. It's basically how we play it all season. It's like we got the depth. We know we have the numbers to do so. So it's next man up mentality. I had to step in, make a few plays every now and then. Gave up a few plays. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Nobody's perfect, but I had to step in there, and we had great rotational bodies still, regardless of our people going down. There's just something about our defensive line. It's just like you can pick and choose basically any athlete on our team and just shove them down there, and they'll do pretty good down there. So
my question, pretty easy one, with the depleted team that you guys had, if you will, for really all season. We never saw, for my first time being up in the booth and kind of watching what was going on, seeing who was coming in, I don't think I ever saw you guys with a complete team all season.
Yeah, not for fall.
So is that going to change though for spring?
More than likely. We already went into fall kind of like backtracking a little bit. We were like, we're not even going to take it that seriously. Like we had a bunch of people, we had tournaments and stuff that, high school tournaments and stuff at that time. And, Scoot and Munch and all of them, they're all coaches and stuff like that for high school. So they got high school ball they got to deal with. And then, everybody else is getting their community stuff going on outside of, obviously, A7, people who isn't taking it as their life or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, we didn't have our full roster.
So what is the one thing about A7 that you enjoy playing for or playing in it?
More or less, it's the physicality. I tried to find something with Flag a long time ago. That's where I met Scotty. Me and him went crazy a few games in a row and had 4 sacks each or something like that. And it's kind of my dog. So I can't wait for him to get back.
I can't wait till next year.
Look, when he went down week 1, dog, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart so bad. We was going to do damage, but
next season's going to be a beast.
Hey, we all staying healthy, man.
Which, by the way, how is your recovery going?
I'm actually rehabbing. Like I'm actually like going through and working on mobility and flexibility, strength through movement, or strength through range of motion and all that stuff. Like I'm not getting hurt again.
So basically, Stormbreaker's about to return, and he's going to return with a vengeance. Got it.
I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna give a hell of an effort. I'll tell you that.
Hey, we got bodies, man. You don't got to go all the time,
No, look, they gonna get 200%, or they gonna get 100% every 3-4 plays. However long I can break somebody for. Like, fortunately for me, I've never been not the best D lineman on my team ever. Now I'm not. So now I just get to play a role. This is gonna be the first time in my life where I get to sit back and literally just help younger, better players get better. And then when they need a breath, I get to come in and crack some shit. Like, that's really how I'm looking at this season. And Man, look, if I'm not the best player at that rotation anymore, I'm cool.
Again, sorry, Mom.
Oh yeah, Mom, I'm sorry.
She's good, man. She's
JJ,
all right.
real quick.
She done been out to the fields when I was playing before. She knows.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, she hasn't, but if she did, she'd be just as loud, if anybody.
So JJ, real quick, talk about your time in California.
Oh man, that's home. That's where I came from. That's where I grew up. I grew up in the high desert, moved around, ended up going to junior college and Chaffey College, Rancho Cucamonga, California. Redshirted there, had some issues going on. Didn't really get to get my full extent of college, but I mean, I don't take it with a grain of salt. You know, I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying? Just a guy trying to move on. Can't live in the past too long.
So what are you looking for in this upcoming season?
You mean personally or just?
Yeah, personally.
I mean, individually, myself, I'm just more growth, trying to stay healthy. I'm starting to shed a few pounds and I need to put a few on. Same stuff.
And then what are you looking for what are you looking for the Insomniacs as a team?
Well,
besides repeating.
Well, I was going to say back-to-back national championships don't sound too bad.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, our main goal is just stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's it. We all got families at the end of the day. Nobody trying to go out there but at the same time, like I said, national championship or bust. That's just how we see it.
Yes, sir.
Talking about the inspiration that is your mom.
Oh man. Strongest person I know. She raised 4 of us by herself, basically.
God bless her.
She's just, I mean, definition of a single mother. She did it all.
I can relate because I've lived that life all my life, so I definitely can relate to that.
Yeah, she did it all. Anytime I need something, she's just always calling me. Even if I don't call her, she calls me. She's the one. That's it.
I think we could all say that about it,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, dude, my mom's. Well, I won't tell you how old she is because I'm 52, but let's just say
she has lived.
She has lived her life, and I will be very upfront and honest and tell you I'm still scared to death of that woman, and she only 5'2".
Yeah, my mom ain't too far.
As it should be. Scotty, anything you want to ask your teammates?
Yeah, actually, so if I know how much we pay attention in the group chat and everything to everything going on in the league, do you think there will be any adjustments made going out of conference this next spring? Like once we make it out of Vegas, do you think there will be any adjustments that have to be made, whether it be personnel wise, play calling wise, or are we just gonna make them meet us on our play sheet essentially?
I mean, the goal is obviously to make people adjust to us. You never want to have to adjust to a team because that means you're behind, and that means you know obviously nobody wins from behind. Well,
nah.
Yeah,
Let
don't
me not
say
say
that.
that. Let me not
Don't
say that. But I mean, like,
I know a group of guys that are really good at doing that.
No, but I mean, you know, we just want to be the leaders in the situation. Never want to have to adjust to people. But for the most part, keep the physicality level up. You know, you got those East Coast guys over there. You know, they're recruiting like crazy. That's why we got our little tryouts and stuff like that. You know, can't get too content with whatever we had going on. You know, we just barely beat Sick. So that means Sick is improving, and I wouldn't say we're regressing, but it's getting to the point to where it's looking kind of bad, and we need to step it up. So
The game that Sick showed up and played was different from any other game we've seen Sick play.
yeah, they came out with a vengeance that game.
They came out firing on all cylinders, and that Sick team that just showed up is going to be a problem.
Yeah, they got to keep the core together, though. They got to keep the core together.
If they keep the core and keep the chemistry, they'll be all right.
Because you know that's the thing. It's the big thing is chemistry, and not everybody has it.
That's the biggest thing I talk about with the Insomniacs. And if you could touch on it real quick before you take off, is the culture of the Insomniacs. It's why, like, yes, the winning matters, but a large reason that people want to come play for the Insomniacs is there isn't all that fighting. There isn't all that arguing over PT. And if you don't get to play, you don't get to play. Like, it is what it is. And, you know, if you'll make your decision at the end of the season, but you don't see that infighting on the sidelines. And if you could touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a buy-in mentality, really. It's like either you're going to be with us or you're going to be against us. And if you're going to be against us, it's not going to look good. But for the most part, it's whoever wants to buy in. You got people who are individuals and wants to do their own thing. That's totally fine. We don't see anything bad about it. Go do your thing. But we'll see you down the road, and it's, we looking ahead on it.
So I don't know if you saw the interview that was on the All-Pro Jaffos with CP3, where he was talking about, he even said it. He said, I'm going to catch a lot of flack for what I'm going to say about the Insomniacs, about Sick With It, about the West Coast in general. And one of the things that he did say, the hardest thing about repeating within this league is a fact of getting complacent after you've won that championship. So what I'm hearing from you and the tryouts and the stuff that you guys are doing doesn't sound like you are content with one championship.
Exactly. It's about not being complacent. That's it. We see an opportunity, and you got people who are looking to prove themselves from other teams. Come on out to the tryouts. I mean, who's to say you don't make a name for yourself on the national championship team? Who's to say you don't become a starter in a different position? That's what I try to preach to everybody's positional versatility. If you don't play a certain position, maybe you might thrive in another position. Who knows? Get out there and try it.
Because A7 is different. Like
A7 is terrible.
It's not like we can't play D-end in any other league, really. But we make it work in this league by knowing how to play with technique and learning how to understand and read an offense. But you can thrive at some shit that you're really not used to.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, JJ, real quick, this is your time to promote your brand, promote yourself, or give any shout outs or whatever you want to deem to. The floor is yours.
Oh, man. Just shout out to my brothers Insomniacs, especially Mick Willie. Prayers up to you, bro. You got it. Road to recovery. We gonna hold it down for you, though. Everybody else, really, stay healthy, get healthy. We got upwards of 45 days to the next season, so all the teams be ready, all the players be ready. We all working. Hope y'all are.
Well, you can catch him on the D-line with the Wolfpack, the defending champions, as they open up defense of their title March 24th at 4 p.m. against the Las Vegas Force. But in the meantime, JJ Harris, we appreciate the time. Thank you for coming in studio, and much health and good luck this upcoming season as you defend the title.
Pleasure being here, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Of course, man. Thanks for coming on.
Cold day in Bill. Yes, Caffeine will be holding down games again on Caffeine TV for Ace NFL, which you can catch some archive games that are on Caffeine right now, and of course AceNFL.tv as well. So as we take a look back and reminisce on the championship game that we saw on this past Sunday, as you said, Chris, Sick gave him everything but the kitchen sink, but the Insomniacs found a way to rally late in the game to win by the final score of 32-26, but it was a tale of two halves. And certainly in the first half, it really seemed like Sick could do no wrong.
I would agree. And the thing about it that is, there's two things that I found kind of weird, I guess is the best way for me to put it. First off, if, and this one's just personal, if Smooth would have taken that damn last pick to the house, my score prediction, which was 38-28, would have been 2 points off.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's personal. But overall, the gameplay that I saw from Sick With It, I mean, look, we talk about East Coast teams. We talk about teams that play in our division. And we talk about teams nationally. And what I see are teams getting much better. And Sick With It is nipping at the heels of Insomniacs. And so I can understand why JJ is saying, look, we can't just sit
on our laurels.
Exactly. We've got to be moving, because I think they see how close Sick With It is to them. And so that's just going to make this division better.
Cold Day and Bill, we appreciate you promoting our league and your business in Boise. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, love that, man. Love that. But this is something that I see growing. I see teams getting better. I saw
Sick.
a lot of the one thing that I was surprised at was the talent we saw that came across in this fall brawl. So can you imagine the talent that is going to be playing in this upcoming season? So I'm excited. You know, it's a long day, and we have to stay excited about what's going on as we're calling these games. Otherwise, we get complacent too. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So when we see mercy rule after mercy rule, it gets old. But when we start to see some of the talent that's moving around in this league and what we could possibly see from teams like the Alienators that are going to become the pit bosses, and we see some of the talent that is being spread out across the legacy teams, it's damn exciting to see what's going on. And that just makes this division that much better.
Scotty?
I have to pretty much second everything Chris was saying. No, because six surprised me. Like the way they jumped out, the aggression of jumping after the ball.
First play of the game.
We knew they were great. Like, that's the thing is, like, yes, I'm biased. Okay, yeah, we get it. But at the same time, like, I'm also
You biased? You don't say.
I'm also fairly biased towards the sick-witted boys too. Like, I don't think that they can go anywhere in the country and like get like, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna give anybody in the country the business any day. The way they came out firing, going after the ball, ripping the ball away, finishing tackles, like it was a beautiful thing to see. Unfortunately, Morrow was on the sideline, so we didn't get to see them really plug away at that run game like we thought they would. They had the athletes on the sidelines to do it. Of course, we're not coaches. We don't know what was going on the sidelines. But it was surprising to see.
Devin Houston was not a bad option either to use the backfield also.
No, he's not. But Easy has been proven to be productive.
Yes.
Shep has been proven to be effective.
Yes.
Like, you have so many athletes back there, and to not try and establish that inside run when honestly, like when you watch the Outlaw game and stuff like that, those are areas that you can try to work on the Insomniacs. You just got to try and run away from Jeremy.
But you got to keep one thing in mind, too.
But played such a great
Oh, they played a great
Yes, they
game.
did.
But did you see where Shep lined up 90% of the game? He was at corner.
Yeah.
I mean, this man is
everywhere.
Yeah, but to me, when I watch this man play, one of his best positions that I've watched him play is corner.
Oh, yeah.
This man at DB is no joke. And he is not afraid to step up.
No.
You will never look at Shep and say, oh, that was a business decision. No, you bring it to him, he's going to bring it right back. And so I thought that was a great move for them to actually put him at DB.
Breaking news here, according to shout out to our actual producers in the house today, Mr. Nick Blaze. Welcome back, sir. We just got word that Brian Benitez, who played O-line for the Alienators, he will make an announcement next week on the show, because he will be a guest, of where he's going to take his talents for the spring. So just keep that nugget in mind for next week. But go ahead and Chris, continue your point.
I think I said my point. I think that Shep is one of the better DBs in the league, and I think that playing him at DB was a good choice by Sick.
He's very tenacious.
Yeah, and I know that they lost a little bit with him not running the ball, but I mean, when you got somebody that can basically shut down a wideout, that is something special.
Well, if you can always shut down one side, that's half the battle.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I can't give enough love to these teams and to these guys that are out here playing. And keep in mind, I don't have, when people ask me, who's my favorite team? Whoever's playing on Sunday. I'm serious. I mean, I'm watching all these games, and I love watching these guys play. If I was younger, I'd be out there playing with them. I'd be like Scotty. You guys would have to have at least one game of me playing until I got back up into the booth, because this game is definitely something that I would do.
Then basically I really would be like Vin Scully and doing a football game by myself.
Yeah, because if we're playing each other, we'd both be on the field. So
we play with each other, you play with yourself.
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought I took that wrong. My bad.
I was just gonna say not play with himself. He'd announce by himself.
I would be announcing by myself. Yes, or maybe might have Derek Duncan join me, but you never know. But anyhow, Scott, lead us off. Final thoughts.
Thank you to every single person that was holding chains. Thank you to the guys and the gals in the concession stand, the people working the front booth.
Very good chili dogs. Yes.
Thank you to the people that were opening the gates for us at Bonanza High School. We went through We went through a whole bunch of changes during this fall brawl, trying some things out. We appreciate the players and the coaches and all the staff coming out and giving us a good show, giving us a good time.
Not.
Derek said he's not going to help you play with yourself anytime soon.
No one's talking about that. I'm talking about in the booth as you know what I mean. Some are all mad. Good grief.
Anyway,
Chris.
Final thoughts from me, man. I'm going to say I echo what Scotty said about thank you to everybody in the staff. Thank you to Kelly, to Derek, to everybody that makes this thing happen on Sundays. Let's face it, if it wasn't for them and for all the people that are in the staff, we wouldn't have the games on Sunday. But the bigger piece that I will also say thank you to is every single last player in the A7FL. You guys make this game what it is. You make this game fun, and it is one hell of a game to call, and it is a lot faster than most people think. I know we're not NFL players, and you might think, oh, well, it's not that fast. Come watch it live. You will be surprised. So all I could say is can't wait till the spring season kicks off, March 24th. But until then, thank you, everybody, for what you've done.
Well, to piggyback off that, first things first, to the Insomniacs and to Sick With It, thank you for giving us a fantastic game to watch, to promote on Fox 5.2, Caffeine, AceNFL.tv, and Cox Channel 125 to have a very strong number, almost 320,000 views to watch this game. Was fantastic, and you guys did not disappoint. So a tip of the cap to both organizations, to both teams, because you guys really did leave it out there on the field. Again, these people that put this program together, that is the Ace NFL, work tirelessly to the bone to try to give you a tremendous product and to promote this product and to give you good views and good games. To Mel, to Rachel, to our camera crew, to everybody.
Boy, Rachel went through some shit that
she did.
Yeah,
but
she had to listen to you.
But yeah, she is a trooper. But shout out to her. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Pierre, who does many things. But also, thank you to you, Scott, and to you, Chris, for helping me and enhancing and harnessing my craft to do this thing that is play-by-play. I couldn't do without you guys, and you guys have definitely made me better and strive for bigger and better things for the upcoming spring season. And not to mention, I love the both of you.
Love you too, man. Hopefully we'll get Quan out there for a game.
Yeah, get Quan59 to come watch the game and participate. And come by and say hi.
We got to have some pineapple pizza up in the booth.
Don't get Chris started.
You know what?
Hey, to get Quan out there, I'll buy.
You know what? For my boy,
my
boy, I will bring.
Oops, sorry.
That was perfect.
That worked out perfectly.
Except for it's on his soundboard now.
All right. With that said,
it's not the worst liquid that could be on your soundboard.
Don't forget, tonight our very own Scott McCorkle will be a part of You Heard with Biggie and Friends. So please check them out at 9 o'clock on YouTube. Of course, check myself and Chris this upcoming Saturday, where we will dissect and preview and analyze Super Bowl 58, which I do have a very high interest in, but we'll save that for Saturday. But 5 to 6 with Quan59, of course, talking about the Super Bowl and perhaps giving our countdowns of best Super Bowls that don't involve our favorite teams. Also, don't forget to check out the All Pro Joffos, JP, Country K, and DJ Matchsticks. Also, don't forget the 3-on-1 podcast with Matt, Corey, and Rob, with Chris's godson from Krypton on the show this upcoming Friday, which he makes an announcement. And also, congratulations to Trey on his marriage. God bless you. Good luck with that.
Congrats. Proud of you.
And tonight on the Mizzle and Dub Show, the one show that Mizzle has been dreading because he hates both teams, but we will do our Super Bowl show in about an hour or so. I think that's everybody. Okay, don't forget to check out Jordan Davidson's podcast that is coming up this Friday.
Dumb and Doomed.
Dumb and Doomed. I think that's everybody's plug. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's everybody.
But I will see some of you tonight at the party. But outside of that, hopefully everybody has a good evening.
Is it a sex party?
Man, why do you always take it there?
Well, you said later tonight.
Is
at the
there
party.
cake involved?
Yeah. So
Hey,
somebody
I'll
can
dance with
it.
Special thanks to Nick Blaze, our producer, assistant producer Pierre. Special thanks to executive producer Derek Duncan.
It's either got to be sex or cake.
Special thanks to Jordan Davidson, Ronald Gaither, JJ Harris, and Kamari Michael.
At least it's not apple pie.
Oh,
That's
good
all
Lord.
I'm gonna say.
Anyhow, special thanks to Quan59 for the Viking. Catch up tonight at 9 o'clock on Your Hair Will Begin, friends. For Chris, I'm Double A. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week, and be in good health. Take care of yourself and
one
each other.
another.
God bless you.